I'm going to try not to read from my notes, but I'm probably going to anyways. I just don't want to miss any information. So, thing about type 4s, when they are pulling from the 5 wing, they often become more introspective because type 5s are very introspective, and they also care a lot less about the opinions of other people on themselves. They can be referred to as the Bohemian by Beth McCord of Your Enneagram Coach. If you have not checked her out yet, you should. Or I think she's worth checking out. I shouldn't say should. She is worth checking out. She has a lot of really great insights into each of the types, and she's definitely done a lot of research. So she has named the 4-wing 5 the Bohemian, and this is because with this wing, the type 4 enjoys creating for their own enjoyment. Now, the 3-wing will often cause the type 4 to create for some kind of like feedback, like whether it's praise, whether it's money, or any other number of things. There's usually something they want. Like it's like I'm putting my art or my creativity or my work into the world, and I really want something in return for it. Which of course, if it's monetary, like that makes sense. Why would you put your work into the world without really wanting like some money back for your hard work? You know what I mean? But with that 5-wing, they want to create for their own enjoyment, and their own pleasure, and they're not as concerned about the approval of others. They actually might even create just for the sake of creating. Like it's not important for them for other people to see their work. In fact, they might hide their work, which is something like when I was a kid that could be me very easily. I definitely, I went between the 2 wings, but there were a few things like guitar. I played saxophone in high school also. And those were things for some reason, like I just did not want people to even know that I did them. Like I felt embarrassment. I just wanted to work on them in peace, which is hard because you're making a lot of noise when you're playing an instrument. In order to, I guess, tap into this 5-wing, I wanted to create a reading space for myself. Also with the 5-wing, type 4s can be more introverted. And it's not that they are introverts, it's just that they do seek solace or seek solitude more often than a 3-wing might. So I wanted to create this reading space for myself, and it's because as of right now, my reading space is my bed before bed, which isn't a bad thing, or my couch. And I do a lot on my couch. I eat meals on my couch. I mean, over my coffee table, obviously. I watch TV on my couch. I drink my morning coffee on my couch. Like there's just a lot I do. I work on my couch. So if I can create a reading space, my hope is that I will use it for reading. And honestly, like if it's aesthetically pleasing, I think as my type 4 self, like I am gonna want to go to that space and be in that space. I want it to be comfortable. I want it to be fluid in my space. I don't want it to be an eyesore. So, and hopefully in the end, I will do more reading because I am on a quest to read 50 books in 2022. And I'm behind. I'm like 2 or 3 books behind, which isn't awful. But I'm gonna show you guys the space that I'm working with, what I wanna do for it. I'm gonna show some like inspiration for it, kind of like what I'm looking for. And then I'm gonna try to decorate this space, which might not happen today, I realize it might happen tomorrow because I realize I might need to get something. Here is the reading space that I'm working with. It is my fireplace. It has a beautiful, cute little bookshelf on top, and I love it, and I don't want to change that. But down here, I want to change some things, and I've talked about in a video before these like huge beanbag chairs that I have. They were for my classroom, but didn't work out. However, I do not love the denim look. Obviously this box, right there, obviously it needs to go. I know what I'm gonna do with it. So that should be easy. I have a crate right here. I was putting some stuff on it. I like my pillows. I like my blanket. I love my cute little right here, gray meditation pillows. I do have a tray right here that I will put like my drink on, usually coffee. But I wanna clean this up. I don't love the whole like, ooh, right here, like the gold grate. But it might need to stay for now because it might be a lot of work to fix that or to like get rid of it and put something else in there. I also have my blankets right here. I use them for like all seasons. So that will definitely stay. But I want to mostly focus on this middle part right here, the two beanbag chairs, and just maybe like making it cozier, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go get some inspiration. book nook. It's not perfect. I don't think it's finished. I covered the denim with my gray blanket. It's a good winter blanket, so I figured it would be good to use now because it is almost May. And so that means here in the South, it will get very hot, like probably overnight. Like it'll go from like 70 to like 85 and then to like 95 within the span of like 48 hours. That's usually how it works. So I figure I don't need the blanket anymore for the next like few months. But I don't love the color because it clashes with my meditation pillow, and it's just, I think it's gonna be easier to cover the beanbag chair with a blanket. So I'm gonna go to Goodwill today or tomorrow, or maybe sometime in the next week, because I really want to buy a stool for my high top. And so when I go, I'm going to see if I can find like a sheet there that I really like. I'll wash it probably in the warmest, hottest water I can to kill any germs just in case. And then I'll put it on here, and then hopefully I'll like that better. I'm being really indecisive. Welcome to being a type 4. We can often be very indecisive, and which is not a bad thing, because I will say 4 with a 5 wing especially are indecisive because we're introspective and take care to make decisions based off of like thought, and not so much what other people tell us to do or our feelings. Because type 4s can sometimes be very almost impulsive with their feelings, like this feels bad, I'm not going to do it, as opposed to, okay, like I don't like this, but will this help me? And so sometimes it can cause the 4 with a 5 wing to be very slow to make a decision, which is not always a bad thing. I do believe in, you get where you want to go by working hard and slowly. So I don't think that's awful. My 5 books, I'm going to try to read 5 books in the upcoming month. And so my 5 books that I'm going to read are Enneagram in Love, which is a part of a type 4 book club that I'm in. And I was supposed to read it this past month. I'm reading Anne of Green Gables, and it's a really long book, so I haven't gotten to it, Enneagram in Love, so I'm going to read that one. In a few days, the same book club will announce another book for May, and so that's 2 books that I'm going to be reading. I am in Morgan Long's book club. She's a YouTuber. She's fantastic, and I'm reading Anne of Green Gables because of her. So whatever the pick is for May, I'm going to read that one also. I also want to read Little Fires Everywhere. I actually found it in one of those little libraries in a neighborhood that's really close to me. I was walking by. I was so excited when I saw it, because sometimes you get like obscure books that you're not really sure if they're any good. Like I have one that it was awful. I've returned a few books before to those little libraries, but Little Fires Everywhere, was so excited for that one. So I want to read that book next month. And, The Tale of Despero by Kate DiCamillo. I am a huge children's book, middle grade novel lover. They're some of the most beautifully simple books about the human experience. And I feel like this is probably like how when I look back on my life, I can see moments when I was definitely that's shows that I was a type 4. I have always been a sucker for coming of age stories. There's something very nostalgic and something really sweet and profound about stories about the bittersweetness of growing up. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm so glad I finally got out this type 4 with a 5 wing video. So if you did enjoy this video, please click the Buy Me a Coffee link above. I really enjoy coffee, and I will see you all next time.